Hey y'all, welcome back to Ascending with Ashley. I'm Ashley, and this is a shadow reading with some guidance. Okay, so we're using our shadow work oracle, and we're gonna get the main themes that we need to clear out, and then we're gonna do some mindful messages, and maybe we'll see what else after that. Okay, so here we go. Our first shadow shadow is dependency. Find strength in self-sufficiency and empowerment. I'm sorry, my lighting sucks. So what are you dependent on? Is it a substance, a behavior, a habit, a person? It doesn't necessarily need to be like, I'm a fucking addict, It can just be like, what do you rely on a little bit too imbalanced, right? What do you go to when you are super fucking stressed out? And it may be an addiction too, right? Been there, don't worry about it. Maybe you cycle through things, like sometimes you use this and then this, and ultimately there's something underneath all of that desire and need that wants to be addressed. All right, so try to get to the root. All right, our next shadow is control. By letting go of the illusion of control, we open ourselves to genuine freedom. That's the thing too, is that whatever dependency you have, it's more than likely a lack of control in some other realm of your life. So look at that. We're already getting to the root of one of them. All right, what else? Apathy. Ignite your passion, for it's the antidote to indifference. Capitalism does a really good job of making people apathetic. So don't blame yourself for that. That is also done by design to ensure labor. All right, that's how capitalism stays as a system. All right, but that doesn't mean that when you see someone hurting or see an issue, right, that you can just look away. Try to balance that apathy with empathy, right? Not sympathy, not a savior complex, but with empathy, literally placing yourself in that situation, going through an inventory within of how would I deal with this situation? How would I feel, right? That golden rule we were all taught in kindergarten. How would I feel if someone treated me this way or I was experiencing this, right? That the antidote to apathy is empathy. And when we're watching a global genocide, especially the apathy, I know I've said a lot about the apathy, the indifference that a lot of people have is really disheartening. So that was a larger example, but it's a very real one that we're experiencing at this time. So whatever that is for you, check yourself. Illusion. Seek reality even if it's raw and challenging. I don't think I really need to speak on that. Well, yeah, I will. Capitalism also wants us to be distracted by, entertainment, right? Hollywood's whole sole reason for being a thing, Hollywood, NFL, and not just the football, but like all of the sports, athletics at the professional level, music, whatever makes big money and sells venues, right? That is part of an illusion to create apathy for what's really happening, right? So those go together. Yeah. And these are all cycles too. Like if you look at this, all four of these right now, say for instance you go to a football game, right? A professional football game. It's football season. And let's talk about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl is well known to be like the #1 human trafficking time of the year. celebrities and powers that be, politicians, whatever, the elite are constantly moving in and out of the Super Bowls. You can look this up. It's not a conspiracy theory. There are flight maps that you can see. Just because it's not something you've heard of doesn't make it a conspiracy theory. And anyway, so let's say it's the Super Bowl. There's an illusion that, you know, the game is happening, right? People go and drink beer and spend way too much money on a fucking hot dog, right? So they're giving that dependency, right? They're releasing, you can't even see these, so I'm not going to pick them up. So you're releasing control, right? You're given the illusion of, you know, having a good time, but really you're leaving really fucking poor. Those, you know, you had to pay for tickets, you had to pay for the gear, you had to pay for, you know, souvenirs, you had to pay for the food, for the beers, for the parking. Ultimately, it's not really something that's leaving you in any sort of betterment, right? Sure, it's fun for a little while, but the whole thing itself, I mean, there have been athletes, professional athletes, who have come on and said, I'm had no intention of going hard on athletics, but here we are. There have been professional athletes that are like, it's all staged, we're given a script, right? I mean, you know, you watch your professional athletes become spokespersons. Like, let's talk about Shaq, right? He's got his hand in all this shit, right? Getting a paycheck from the general. What else? I don't fucking know. Pay attention to when you see celebrities and shit do that. It's part of their job to keep you not focused on what's real, right? To keep you in this illusion, to keep you apathetic to your fellow human beings. All right, guilt. Release the chains of past mistakes and embrace the growth they bring. We all have guilt, and that's a really great thing to do shadow work around. Just know that whatever mistakes you have made, it's over. Learn the lessons, and yeah, like the card says, release the chains of the past. It is what it is at this point in time. Make amends however you need to. You don't ever need to reach out to someone and to make amends. You can come to a place of peace without disrupting someone else's. You know what I mean? So we've all made mistakes on that, but it's all good. All right, so we're gonna pull some of these mindful messages. The first one is together. I love working together with others and how it makes once impossible dreams possible. I see there is strength in unity and how much we can accomplish together. Asking for help is not weak, it is powerful. Right? So I'm pulling that on the dependency. So instead of being dependent or codependent, you can work interdependently, right? Together. And that's gonna, you know, it's gonna be great. Coming my way for control. Unique opportunities aligned with my desires present themselves to me. I attract all that I need to make my dreams a reality. Okay, so we don't need to... the control card says, let go of the illusion of the illusion of control. And then it's just, you're a magnet. Literally, we are electromagnetic beings. You can attract whatever you want. You can manifest stuff. I'm getting really hot. Hang on. Okay. All right, for apathy. Dance it out. I can move my emotions through my body by dancing. Whenever I start to feel built up energy or crankiness, I will play some music and move intuitively. I don't have to look a certain way, simply move and feel as the stress or heaviness begins to ease out of my body. Big fan of using music and dance and movement. I mean, I'm not really good at movement. I'm more of a cerebral person, but I'm getting better at it. It's not one of my go-to coping mechanisms. But yeah, I have been dancing a lot lately and the dogs have been judging me. So yeah, just shake it out, you know, put on your favorite music, at least sing, make a playlist, make several playlists. That's the thing. YouTube, you can create playlists for whatever mood you're in, and a lot of them already exist too. So for illusion, unique lives, I respect everyone's individual decisions and the way of life. We are each on our own unique journeys, and my way isn't the only way. My job is not to change others, but to simply love them. And the illusion card says, seek reality even if it's raw and challenging. And this is a big problem. A lot of people think that it's their way or the highway. So that's a really cool card to pull for that one. All right, and then guilt, and then we'll be all done with this reading. I'm going to come back and do one more for the day. And that's going to be kind of like... Jesus fucking... You guys okay? Okay, hang on. Everyone's going to go crazy. So this is for the guilt. Infinite creativity. At any moment, I am able to tap into an infinite source of energy and creativity within me. Unique ideas flow through me, each one capable of blossoming and into beautiful creations. So that's calling on when you do get in that space of feeling guilt, release the chains of the past mistakes and embrace the growth they bring. So whenever you're having a feeling of guilt, try and shift it and say, what could I create right now? And then do that, just, could I make myself a sandwich, right? That's a creation. Could I, just grab a pen and a piece of paper and start doodling, make a list in your notepad, whatever you need to do. All right, so that was 5 cards of each, giving us a grand total of 10. Again, 10 is a completion. So I want to see you on the next one. Have a good one, y'all.